Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Let's make these beautifully decorated cookies. Let's go. Alright, so in the bowl I have 500 grams of margarine, and into it I'm adding 350 grams of sugar. Okay, so I'm going to mix this. If you have a mixer you can do that. You can use it for this process, but you can also do it by hand. But if you're doing it by hand, you need to mix it for about 40 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to mix this until it becomes pale in color, and it will become a lot lighter than this. I mean the texture will become lighter and the color will become lighter as well, and it's supposed to rise a bit. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do this off camera and show you what it looks like later. Alright, so this is what it's supposed to look like after you've creamed it well. Here I'm adding flavors. You can add whatever flavor you like. I'm using banana flavor and vanilla flavor. Alright, so you're seeing it's a lot lighter now because I can mix it with a spatula. Alright, so I'm going in with my flour. So I'm adding in 3 cups of flour first, and then I'm going to try to mix that in gradually so as not to splash flour everywhere. Okay, so the process is you mix your butter and your sugar, cream it very well until it becomes light and fluffy. You add your flavor, and then you begin to add your flour gradually, little at a time. I'll leave the exact measurements in the description box below. Alright, so here I'm just adding in the flour gradually. I added it in 3 batches, okay, for this measurement. Okay, so I'm adding in the last part of the flour. Please, if you haven't liked this video, please, as you're watching, just while you're watching, just click on the like button. It will help encourage me. Okay, and if you have any question, you can leave it in the comment section. You can also leave me a nice comment in the comment section. Okay, alright, so this is what it looks like after I've added all the flour. You can just go ahead and wash your hands. Okay, wash your hands properly and then do this process. Alright, so if you notice that your mixture is too hard, like after adding all the flour, that your mixture is too hard, because I know there are different types of flour and they absorb moisture differently. Alright, so if your mixture is too strong after adding all the flour, you can add a bit more butter to help margarine, to help make it lighter. Okay, and then if you notice your butter is still too soft after adding all the flour, you can add a bit more flour. Alright, or you just need to pay attention to the texture I'm working with, so you know exactly how you need yours to be if you're recreating this recipe. Alright, so here I'm just trying to bring them all together. It's not supposed to still be crumbly after mixing everything together. It's supposed to be just one big ball. Okay, alright, so just pay attention to the texture I'm working with. This is what you want yours to feel and look like. Okay, so you just knead it for a bit on your work surface, just the way you're seeing me do here. Alright, so you'll be using this baking paper. You need baking paper for this. You need 2 equal sheets of baking paper, just the size you're seeing me use here. So you need 2 of it. Alright, so I'll be taking the cookie dough little at a time to roll. Okay, you can't roll the cookie dough on just your table or your work surface. It will keep sticking and breaking. Okay, so that's why you need this parchment paper or baking paper to roll it out. Alright, so I roll it in between 2 parchment papers and it comes out really smooth and nice. You can try it and see. You can try it on just your table. You see you won't be able to roll it as nice as this. Alright, so this is just how I roll mine. So I'm using this cookie cutter. You can cut any shape you like and do circles, squares. but for this occasion I just decided to use heart shape. Okay, so that's how I cut, and then I'm going to show you how to pick it up, because at this stage the cookies or cookie doughs, they are usually very delicate at this stage. So I'm going to show you how I pick it up to place it on my baking tray. All right, if you try to pick it up with your hands the way you see me try to do with this shovel like stuff, it's going to break. You've seen it. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I pick it up. All right, so you want to line your tray with either baking paper or foil paper. All right, so this is how I pick it up. You saw how what I did. I'm going to do it again. So I lined with foil paper. You can use baking paper as well. So you just raise it up and then just turn it on your palm. That's how I raise mine up. Just that works for me. Okay, if there's any other method you find easier, you can go ahead and use that, but this is just how I lift mine up and it works every time. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do the rest, and I'll show you what it looks like after. So this is all of them on the tray ready for the oven. So you want to bake this on low heat. This is it already baked. You want to really bake this on low heat and keep an eye on it. Okay, you should bake in a very hot oven for nothing more than 10 minutes. So for the decoration, I'll be using fondant. There's a video on my channel on how I made this fondant. It's just still the same process. Okay, this is I'm going to be using different colors of fondant for this recipe. So I'm just rolling this one out with corn flour. Okay, and this is a lace mat. This is the mat I'll be using to imprint the design on the cookies. There are other things you can use to imprint designs, but I'll be using this mat. Okay, so I'm just placing the mat on the fondant and I'm pressing it on the fondant. Okay, so when I peel it off, I'm going to see the design on the fondant. Okay, so yeah, that's how I got the designs on the cookies. Okay, so I'm using the same heart shape cutter I used to make the cookies to cut out the fondant. All right, and I'm making it this light. It's not supposed to be too thick on the cookies. This is how light I make mine. You can do yours as thick as you want or as light as you want. Okay, but this one works for me because it's still sugar. So these are the cookies that I baked. I used buttercream. This is just buttercream. I also have a recipe for buttercream on my channel, so you can look that up. You can also gum with jam, with what's it called, with mashed fondant. You can just, yeah, play around with it, but I gummed with buttercream. Okay, so for some people who don't like to eat sugar, if they want to eat the cookies, they can easily just peel off the design and eat the cookie itself. So it's easier to peel off when it's just buttercream underneath. Okay, yeah, so that's how I placed this one on. You just press it down to make sure it's not moving around, that it's actually gummed. All right, so we're going to decorate now. So I'm going to color my fondant. Okay, first of all, these are the molds that I used for the designs. Okay, and I've colored my fondant in pink, green and yellow. I don't know if there's anyone who doesn't know how to color fondants with food colors. Okay, if there's anyone, just let me know in the comment section, and I'll, in any other video I'm making with fondant, I'll show you how to color your fondants with food colors. Okay, so I'm just making the flowers with the mold. What I'm rubbing on it is vegetable oil. Okay, Okay, I'm just pressing the fondant into the mold, and it's going to help. The vegetable oil is going to help the fondant come out, beautifully and easily. All right, so I'm just going to peel that off. So that's what it looks like. So I'm also going to do the same with the white one, trying to make the leaf, just tiny leaves. I hope you understand what I'm doing. I hope it's clear enough. Alright, please, at this point, if you haven't clicked on the like button, please do so. Leave me a nice comment and just click on the subscribe button if you haven't done so as well, so you'll be able to see a lot more of my amazing videos coming in. Alright, so that's just water I brushed on the cookies, just water. Okay, I'm just using it to gum the flowers I made. So this is just this one is just edible gold, just edible gold. That's what this is. You can find it in any cake shop. All right, it comes in powdered form. You just mix it with edible spirits, all right, or vinegar. So it's all edible. Everything on the cookie is edible. All right, so that is how I made the decorated cookies. I hope you learned something new today. Give this video a thumbs up if you did learn something, and leave me a nice comment if you will. And then please, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. It will help encourage me. So this is how I made these cookies. Thank you so